The first one, like you saw in the video, was the planning phase. That's where you would look at your maneuver dial, decide what move you want to make.
All right.
And then in Tabletop Simulator, just flip it over in your secret area and
then set it out.
And just set it next to your ship.
Okay.
Oh, and you already sent Jax the server password?
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. So once you're good, just kind of acknowledge that you're good.
Okay. Everything's out.
Yeah, if you're in voice, it's good. If not, some people just will like tap the table, being like, "I'm done." And then,
all right.
And then ships move from lowest to highest. So
that would be me, then you.
Yep. So you would move both of your ships.
So I can go.
If you're moving ships to the same pilot skill, it doesn't matter what order you activate them in, as long as they're the same pilot skill. So if it's more advantageous to shoot with one or move one guy before the other, like if you're flying in formation and you're afraid you might bump, you want to get the other guy out of the way first. As long as they're the same pilot skill, it doesn't matter which.
Okay.
And then
it's resolution by convenience.
Yeah. And then like once you move, then you do an action.
Okay. Then the action, which that does that need to be planned beforehand, or is that just at the end of your movement you can choose something?
Well, as far as the action, you move and then you take your action. So that's the focus, the evade, or the barrel roll.
So right, but it's not decided during planning, is what I'm trying to say.
You can like strategize to come up with like, okay, well this turn I'm going to move and then take a target lock. I mean, but you don't actually take the target lock until after you move.
Okay. So, well, given that I'm not barrel rolling or evading quite yet, wait, actually, what is the range? Let's see. You could very easily be in that range. No, I'm just going to focus because when all else fails, focus.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. So just drag a token. Perfect. And then flip. Three forward, move, and then you're
well outside.
Yeah, well outside. So when in doubt, you can use a little button on the dial to focus, and there you go. And then
all right,
return your dial. And so once everyone has moved and done their actions, and you would alternate going from lowest pilot skill to highest pilot skill, with whoever has initiative going first if they were the same pilot skill, all the way until everyone's done. And then
so after the movement, it would be combat, but we're out of range, so we're skipping that.
Yeah, we'll skip that. And then the fourth phase is the end phase, which is kind of just a cleanup. So if you didn't spend any focus or evade tokens, then they just get discarded.
Which I still don't have permissions to do.
I don't know why you can't do that. I don't know how to do that. I'll figure it out at some point. But yeah, for now, I'll just...
You'll do cleanup.
I'll do cleanup. All right. So we're done with that, like that round. And so then it comes time to
begin again. Okay. And this. I didn't see it.
I flipped it.
Okay, and then we begin.
Yep, so you guys will go first.
So I'll flip that, I'll go ahead and move my thingamawhatsit and move. And now we're getting close to be able to do something. So I'm going to do a focus on this one.
Alrighty. So I will. What the heck? There we go. I don't know what happened there. Right, move. I will target lock. So if you use a target lock, it automatically sets it on your base, and then you just put it next to the guy you're target locking.
Okay.
All right, and then get rid of my arc. So now comes time for shooting. Bring my arc back up. So
let's see, is that range 2 on that one? It is.
That is range 2. So so the way the attacks would go is the flow chart is first you determine range, select your target. So this guy, or my X-wing, is going to attack this guy.
Yep.
You determine range. Okay, range 2. You determine how many dice you roll. So if you have any abilities that give you extra dice, you kind of come up with the total. So range 2, so, I just roll 3.
And I'll roll 3 as well on my defense.
I just want 3 of those. There we go. So, and then the way it works is the attacker rolls first.
Okay.
Then once the dice are rolled, if the defender has any abilities that would modify my attack dice, they would get a chance to do so.
Okay.
And then, once you have your chance to modify my dice, then I would modify mine with a target lock or focus or whatever. And then the same goes for the defender. So, after my turn to modify, then you roll, and then I can modify your defense dice if I had any abilities. Then you would modify your defense dice, and then we compare results. So.
Okay.
So I got a hit, a critical hit, and a focus. And so that what I can choose. If you had an.
So right now you stand with a hit and a critical.
Right. And so because I have a target lock, and you don't have any ability to modify my dice, I can spin the target lock, select that one dice I need to re-roll it, blank. Okay, so that's my final result, and then
okay.
You roll.
Now, can you remind me the evade token that I have there?
That adds an evade to whatever you roll.
Okay, so it's just a +1.
Right.
Okay, 2 focus and an evade, so it's a 2 evade.
2 evade. Okay, so when you compare results, any uncanceled hits, so you cancel regular hits before critical hits. So basically, you would discard that token.
Yep. So.
And that basically counts as. I think I might have deleted mine, but I was a hit, a crit, and a blank.
So yeah, the token would take out the hit, and then this evade would take out the crit.
Yep.
Okay.
And then once you're. So no damage is taken. And then it goes on to your guy's turn to shoot.
All right. Well, let's see. I want to get my. Okay, so if I were to look at my range, even though we don't need to because we just saw that we're in range, we know you're in the arc for this one.
Yeah, so this guy can't attack anybody because
he's pointing off a little farther than I expected him to, but that's okay. Okay, so you are just barely in the range 2 for me.
Yep.
I will have 2 attack die.
Yep.
because I'm not as awesome as an X-Wing on that part. And ready, set, roll.
Ooh.
Okay, so a hit and a crit.
Yep. And you don't have any way to modify it, so my turn to
No
roll.
modifiers.
Oh, I
Ooh,
suck at
that's rough.
this is how like games normally go. I don't know where my other tokens went. Yeah, I'm like 1 in 16 in like all the tournaments I've been to. So,
Nice.
so the end result is I can't cancel any of your hits.
Okay.
And so because I have shields, my shields absorb the crits.
Okay.
If you didn't have shields, oh, yeah. So
then you do stuff with these cards, right?
yeah. So with no shields, regular hits are face down. And then if you get a critical hit, it's face up, and then you resolve the effect that is on the card.
Okay. So as it is right now, that just kind of, there were 2 hits, and it doesn't matter whether it's crit or not, the shield just absorbs it.
Right.
Okay.
And that guy.
And then this guy shoots at the Death Star, apparently. So.
All right. And so he can't shoot. Combat's done. So we clean up, get rid of focus tokens, and then.
And then go again.
Yep. And then lather, rinse, repeat.
So do that, and let's go with that. Okay, ready?
Ready.
Let's see. What did I? About that. That was just barely not touching. That is fantastic. Okay, so there's that one.
That's what they call flying casual.
And then moving there. Okay, so technically, no, we're not bumping.
Yep. So you get
So
action.
we are in range 1 for each other.
As it stands right now, I haven't moved yet, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. So when you nudge, there will be a bump there, most likely. I don't know. You could do full reverse or something.
No,
No.
my kid got me for Christmas the one ship in the game that can actually go backwards.
Really? Well, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, it's one of the more fun ships. It doesn't see a lot of tournament play, but it's that scene in The Force Awakens where they're like running on Jakku from the TIE fighters, and Rey says, well, we cannot run if we get to that quad jumper. Well, it's a quad jumper ship, and the role they gave it in the game is like a space tug, so you can outfit it with a tractor beam and just push people around, and it's awesome. And it can go backwards, and it can drop bombs, so it's pretty fun.
So it has some stuff there. Okay.
And
so
pick your actions.
Oh, right, the actions. And the actions, ooh, I can barrel roll.
You can.
And if I do, I will be out of your range, but most likely you'll be out of mine as well. But you have a sturdier ship than I do, so barrel roll.
It'll probably be a barrel roll back, left, or anywhere to the right. I don't think.
Yeah, I'm not thinking back left because that's putting me squarely in your space. Okay, so this is evasive turn, is what's going on. So there's that, and then this one will take the when all else fails.
Focus.
Yes.
It's a good rule of thumb. Saved my butt a couple of times. All right. So then I will do my move.
Okay. Now, realistically here, if I hadn't rolled, that would have been a bump there. And like tactically, would that have been the better move? Because then your movement would have been hindered. Your action is action lost, or is
if you bump, you lose your action.
okay? So your movement would have been hindered. You wouldn't have been able to target, and you wouldn't have been able to fire because we're touching.
Right. So there is some strategy. Like if you can set up a guy to bump and then get your other ships in position to like capitalize on that, especially if you can force me to lose my action. Because like some people build squadrons around that strategy of forcing forcing their opponents to not have any actions. Because if you don't have any actions, you can't focus, you can't evade, you can't target lock, and so it gives you the upper hand.
So I mean that would have been but it wouldn't have really given me an advantage because like this guy isn't in a position to actually capitalize on it.
Right.
How do you get out of a bump scenario?
The like either ship
like
has to do a move that will basically put their end position of the move beyond the base of the other ship. So
okay, so you can fly through as
you,
long as you don't end on.
right. You can fly through as long as you don't
Okay.
end on. I've seen strategies, they call it castling, where they position their ships in the beginning to where they force a bump every single time, and they basically just sit there and wait for the enemy to come all the way across the board before they spring into action. It's a weird strategy that's not really thematic to the game, but I've seen matches won because of it.
Okay. Okay, so combat now?
Yep, now would be combat. I'm pretty sure I cannot
I think.
run.
Yeah, and I know I can't.
So
So, clean up.
then we go into cleanup. Target locks persist, so if you have a ship
Okay.
that can target locks will stay, and then they
Just move with.
yeah. So it's a strategy thing. Like if you know like the next turn you might get a shot on somebody, then you can target lock them, and then even 2 or 3 turns later use the target lock. So
Okay. Now, stress maneuvers, they prohibit actions, was it?
yes, actions.
But they can still perform in combat?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Ready?
Ready.
All right. So this one, I'm going to go ahead and do my flip around.
Yep. And then you can click the S and gain your stress token.
Yes. So there's my stress. This guy, honestly, I probably should have done the same thing, but I didn't. And they will instead because I'm guessing that's what you're gonna end up. You're gonna be able to target me.
Alrighty. Yeah, and so there's U-turn moves, just kind of show it with the ruler.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's kind of you saw in the video. You go to the end and then you just do a 180.
All right.
And then I gain a stress token and return.
Very good. Now, combat begins.
So combat. Okay, I'm just barely clipping your closer Academy pilot dude here.
Yeah. Which is why I put evade on it.
So I will shoot at him. It's range 3, so you get an extra dice. So you get 4 green.
Okay.
And then I get my standard 3. And I have a target lock on him, so I can spend that. Oh.
Oh. Okay, well, there was, what, 1 hit, and what is going on right now?
Okay, I just went and undid it. So,
okay.
Yeah, so, okay. I spend the target lock. Don't do my dice. I'll reroll these 2.
Okay, so 2 hit.
2 hits. Final roll.
All right, and to evade, I have nothing except the 1 evade token that I have over there. So that'll negate 1 of them.
Yep. So yeah, so you spend the evade. I'll put it over here. That cancels out 1 of the hits, so you take 1 hit.
Okay.
That is, I don't know which guy that is. I guess it doesn't matter because
Okay.
it doesn't have shields. So
let's declare that one the left one.
Okay.
Can we rename it?
Yeah. If you right click and go to where it says
there we
Pilot
go.
at the bottom, you can throw it.
Academy Pilot 1, Academy Pilot 2.
And I renamed your cards, so there you go.
Thank you.
All right. So yeah, so you take 1 damage, and I can't figure out how to get rid of.
So this is where that yellow comes into play. I can take 3 of these until destruction, or?
Yep. Once you take 3 of those, he gone.
Okay. You know, with 4 dice, I would have hoped at least 1 of them.
I know. Never count on the green dice. It will lead to many tears. All right, and then range.
And then,
I think.
Well, yeah. If I'm not in your range, you're not in mine. Ooh. There are some floating asteroids up here.
That's weird. I can't see them.
Yeah, I have them hovering several inches above the table. Right. So their shadows are here and here.
Okay.
Debris field. Yeah, there. Okay. They have labels and everything. All right. Anyway.
So
moving on.
That ends.
Okay, so that we're ready for cleanup. Stress stays, I assume.
Yep, stress stays, and
then just begin again.
Yep.
And let's do all right. Ready?
Ready.
Let's do this one first. Pick a green move so as to be able to. Oh.
Well, there you go.
I apparently had these swapped. Undo. Is there an undo?
Yeah, hit the Q.
Oh, yeah, there's the undo. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to return that And I'm going to return this, and I'm going to do the right ones.
I'll give you a mulligan.
I grabbed the card from the wrong stack, okay?
It's all good. I've done it before.
Okay, so you'll go there. And then I think I had you here. Yes. Seriously? Okay, I know what's going on. What's going on is this belongs over here. Boop. Okay, so changing that around, it is this one that goes like this. And this one that goes like this. And if it does it again, then I am going to hit that table flip button. Don't move.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so that is apparently just queued the wrong piece. So where is the template? There's my template. It's not letting me grab the template. So it would have been this one.
Yeah. And this is the
oh, this is where I ended up getting in my own way.
If you hold the right trigger or right button while you're holding the left, it'll drop it down towards the table, and you can kind of line it up better. You might just have to change your like
perspective a little bit.
Rotation angle up in the top as well.
Oh yeah.
Increment, shrink it down.
15 is the smallest I can get.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to collide with my own ship, isn't it? That's why I did this one first. Dang it.
Here, try this.
There we go. So be like that. Then.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently I can't move it manually.
Yeah.
There we go. And then just tap it on.
Yeah.
The other end.
Yeah.
All right.
Something like that. We'll call that good. Yeah. I tried renaming him back to just Academy Pilot. I wonder if it has something to do with the scripting and the name. I don't know, but
oh, probably. I don't know though.
This is how you manually play Tabletop Simulator X-Wing.
It's right around there.
Yeah, that'll work.
Sort of. Okay, and then I can't grab my piece. Thank you.
Here, I'll lock that in place so you can't move it.
Oh. Did I bump my own ship?
You might bump your own ship.
Not that direction either.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so you're just...
I totally bumped my own ship. Good job, me. So I'm sitting like right here, bumping myself.
That works. No.
On top of each other.
All right. There you go.
Okay.
That works.
And this stress can go away because I just did a nice easy maneuver, right?
Yep. Like, so even if you
Okay.
bump, you know, the stress would go away. So, boop, boop. All right. So the front guy would get
So,
an action, but the back guy would not.
okay. So front guy, let's give you a... Yeah, let's give you an evade. Because I can see you coming for me. All right.
Kaput.
Done.
Sweet. The flip. And then I'm going to focus. It was this one that had the damage, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was green, so that stress goes away. Okay.
Okay, so
And,
you blow me up.
yep, that is range uno. So I'm going to target the front guy here.
Okay.
And that gives me 1, 2, 3. Let's do your dice. There you
4 of them.
go. And I will.
That's why you kept the focus.
Yeah, I'll spend the focus. Oh, good grief.
Okay, so you had 3.
Yeah, so I had 3. All right, it spasm. There you
Those 2 hovering asteroids are still there.
go. Oh, Tabletop Simulator.
Okay, so you got 3. I've got 1 plus any. Plus 2. Ooh, nice. So I've got 3.
Yep. So I can close it out.
Okay.
You spend the evade, and I don't get any hits. Yay! Yeah. So yeah, the TIE fighters are.
Now you're in both of their arcs.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. If you right click and there you go.
You're okay. Yeah, so you're 1 on that one.
Oop.
And 2 on that one.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and fire with the 1 first.
Yeah, he kind of fell off. Yeah, he's like right there.
And I'll steal one of these back. Actually, 2 of those back.
Yep. And then what's it down over there?
And roll them. So that's 2.
Gross.
Okay.
Yeah. My dice.
So your shields are gone, and you're down to 1 full integrity.
Yep.
Okay, and I only get 2 of these dice this time.
Yeah.
And it's a crit, unless you evade it.
Oh, please let me evade it, because crits are gross. Use the force.
There you go.
Yay. I live to fight another day.
All right. Okay.
All right.
So, note to me, don't bump your own shit.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can actually get this thing to work this time. You.
No.
All right. Ready?
Ready.
Let's do these first. I'm being foolhardy.
That's the one you want to
You
do?
know what? It doesn't even matter because I did the same thing for both. So there we are. And that's a stressor.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. So no actions. Those go away. And I'm just going to make this too easy for you, I think.
I'll take it. Yes, focus. Because your ship does not have an evade, right?
It does not.
No, it's target and focus. Okay. All right. So you don't have an option to.
Kill shot. Kill shot. Range 1.
Okay, so that's a 1. So I'll.
It's probably range 1 for the other guy, too. So.
Let's find out. Nope, range 2 for them. All right, so I got these guys. I will roll, and it's a. Come on. Okay, there's 1.
That's all you need.
And you have to take it.
Yep, I have to take it.
Well, I was gonna say you'd have to use your focus to not get hit because that's your last hit, isn't
yeah.
it?
I could use the focus, so. So.
Evaded.
I live
All right.
for 1 more second.
Okay, let's see if this guy can do anything. Nope.
Yay!
And that's why you focused.
All right. Return.
Oh, right. So movement now, or clean up, but there's nothing to clean up. Interesting.
Let's see how well this works.
I think I'm going to have to do now. Hopefully, okay. So I'm going to swap these two, and we'll see if it'll control the right one this time. That and now, could you ever elect just not to move? I would assume not.
There are a handful of ships in the game that have a full stop maneuver.
Okay.
A movement,
But it would still show up on the dial.
Yes, it would show up on the dial.
Okay. Okay. Ready?
Ready.
I'm going to do this one first. Whee. Okay, so that gets rid of stress. Nope, that doesn't give me more stress. It gets rid of it.
There you
go. Okay, and I'm going to do a focus on this one. This guy is going to hopefully not hit you, but probably. Yep, that's a bump. Good job.
Yeah, there's no touching. It'll tell you in the bottom left if it auto touches, like the global chat or game chat. It'll tell you Academy pilot tried to fly straight to, but is now touching rookie pilot.
Yeah.
There are like you can right click and in that like description box there is like that one says S2 next to it. You can type in if you know those codes and it'll auto move the ship. I just don't know. So like with that range ruler thing, I just don't know what those commands are. So
send those back.
Yeah, that bump is gonna do me in.
Okay, so now that we're no longer touching, I can go ahead and fire on you, or no?
You
Okay.
can shoot. Yeah, you can shoot at me. Do I want to? I'll just do a focus token.
Because it's a good idea. So this guy. Yep. Range 1.
Kill shot. Kill shot.
Ready, and that's a good shot.
Yeah, that's pretty much game
because you can't get 3 or more. All right.
Yeah. So, oh, yeah, it would still take 2, but yeah. Yay. And you still deal damage cards. Even if like the ship is like it's more than the number, you still deal out
You
the
still dealing?
cards. Yeah. So.
All right.
Feels.
You get sound in space. And then if this were like tournament setting, that means I own your ship now, right?
I've never played the pink slip, so.
Oh, come on. All right.
Well, that's how you play.
Yeah, like I said before, based on what I saw in the video, I could see myself getting into this. Having actually played it a little bit, I could see myself getting into this.